Okay, hi everybody. Hopefully you can hear me. I just want to walk through this spreadsheet I've been working on that I made to answer some of my questions, and hopefully that you can use it to answer some of yours. One of the things that I wanted to know was when I would be liquidated or how much money I was going to potentially lose if I was getting into a trade. And so I made this to visualize it and to sort of take some of the numbers out of my head and put them on paper so I could see what I was doing. And after watching this, you should be able to do the same thing. One of the most important things on this chart is top left here, this total and account. This total means the size of the purchase that you're going to make, and the account box is how much money you have in your account. Now, again, this is for leveraged positions. You could technically use this for spot or other things, but we're planning on using this for leverage calculations. So in this example, if you have $1,000 in your futures wallet and you place a bid that totals $10, then you can see over here how much you stand to gain or lose with that bid based off of how much the market will move based off the average price of your purchase. So if you place a $10 bid and you're at maximum leverage on Binance and it goes -1% against you, you will lose $12.50. If it goes 10% in your favor, you'll gain $125. One thing that's important to note is down here, one of the things that people don't have full grasp on, I see in the group, is that leverage just, instead of thinking of it magnifying the percentage of your trade return, you can think of it as magnifying your initial investment. And so this area down here will show you what the value of your initial investment would actually be. So a $10 trade is actually a $1,250 trade. And that's where people sometimes get lost in the numbers. And and to that end, where people are afraid of high leverage, if you actually size your position properly, leverage is meaningless. For instance, if you have a we'll call it a $100 trade, and you did it in spot, say, with no leverage over here, and at 1%, 2%, 3%, you stand to lose $1, $2, $3, right? But if you were to do the same trade with leverage and you use $10 with 100x leverage, or 10x leverage, here, we'll do it $1. There you go, 100x leverage with $1 is the exact same trade as doing an unleveraged $100 trade. So the amount of leverage is truly irrelevant. Now, further on into this chart, so as you can see here, as I entered a higher number, that we start getting yellow. Yellow means that we're exceeding our safe losses, which is adjustable here. We have that set at 5%. If I set that to 1%, all of these trades would be an unsafe loss. And what that is a total loss from your account, which means out of the $1,000, you'll be losing $50 or more in these zones. Going beyond that, I made it so that if you were in danger of being liquidated, these cells will turn bright red. It's still possible that it could happen to you in these fringe cells, so be careful, but at least you have a very good idea of how close you'll be. So if you have $1,000 in your account and you're trying to figure out how much you can, say, put on one of Beluga's trades, $250 would be too much, because if you have only a 2% move against you, you're risking liquidation. So you can punch in 200, maybe 150, we'll go down to 75. Now, at $75, you can see that at maximum leverage, you start to have a little bit of safety if you are wrong about that trade. Down here, you can calculate total losses from hitting a stop loss on one of those trades that didn't work out for you. But we will get into that in another video. Now, once you say now you see that this is a safe amount of money to trade with, that you feel like you can withstand some of these losses. This may be exceeding this is technically exceeding. So here we'll go 60, 50, 10. All right, we'll call it a $10 trade again, right? So here you can see you are totally in your safe zone if you have a 3% move against you. So if you have a $10 trade and you want to split it up into 5 levels, here's your 5 levels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you want to split it up into 10 levels, here's your 10 levels. And then if you choose to double down on another stack of a buying area, here's again a double down that you can continue purchasing past that original $10 price. And then over here, it can tell you how much it's going to cost you. Now, if you were to purchase all the way down to 160, your new total would be 320, which shows you that you'd be at risk of liquidation almost right away. So that's too far for you to be able to buy down. So, you can go down the next level, 160. So if you were really, really, really sure about that trade, you could buy down up to a 160 level, which means that you could do 1, 2, 3, 4 more buys, doubling down. But you're going to be, again, getting into your risk zone, but this is how you can work that out before it ever sees the light of Binance. I think that's enough for right now. Please let me know if you have any questions or if there's anything that we should add to this. Let's make this a great tool for the group. Thanks, guys, for listening, and we'll talk to you soon.